Hello everyone, if you're listening to this, that means you've survived to the second episode of the Screaming Drunks podcast. As always, I'm Trey, this is Sage, and this is Kota. And we're going to start this episode like how we're going to start every episode. What we're drinking. I'll be the first today. Today I'm going a little classic, and I'm just having a nice Blue Moon. No orange peels because I don't have any oranges. Sage, what are you drinking today?
Changing store, nothing. Didn't have the time, so I'm re-drinking that Kieran once again.
All right, we're on a
Classic.
Kieran. More Kieran. Kota.
Yep.
What are you putting down your throat right now?
I have a Colorado honey whiskey.
Ooh.
It doesn't really have an actual brand name that I can tell besides Colorado honey, because this is these liars. Okay, it's a bourbon whiskey blended with Rocky Mountain honey. This is a local distilled bottle from Colorado, near Silverton, if people know where that is.
Yes, all my Silverton watchers.
Yeah, or maybe it was Durango. It was either Silverton or Durango. You guys know where that is if you're in Colorado.
Yeah.
Anyway, should we give off, like, what the fuck it smells like in the tasty notes?
You know what? Yeah, whiskey. This is the whiskey tasting section of the podcast.
So, on the nose, it's pretty much the smell of, like, the mountain pine trees with alcohol burn and a little bit of honey. Who would have guessed?
Wow.
So immediately right off the bat, honey, super sweet. We got a nice little burn and a little bit of that like bourbon spice, but it's pretty faint. It's mostly sweet whiskey.
You drinking it neat or on the rocks?
Neat.
Whoa. That's how I know you're serious.
Yeah.
I can barely take it on the rocks, so you're a stronger man than I.
It's 74 proof or 37% alcohol per volume, or by volume. That's actually quite low, because I usually drink like 40% and higher.
Yeah. You ever had the, what's it called, wild turkey? Dude,
I've had Buffalo Trace. I don't think I've had Wild Turkey yet.
Ollie, have you ever, or Sage, have you ever had wild turkey?
Yeah.
Dude, that puts some hair on your balls.
No. There is a.
Actually.
I think it's called General Lee. I gotta go into my bottle collection.
Oh man, anything called General Lee.
It's a bourbon that's like $15, and I got a little mini bottle. And I was young at the time, and when I drunk it, it was really gross. But recently, I tried it again with a new refined palate. I gagged.
So it actually got worse the more...
Yes.
You've drinking more whiskey, and it actually got worse.
Yeah, because now I know what good whiskey tastes like and what shit whiskey tastes... And it's so bad, dude. I'm not a bourbon guy, but, like, that was unpalatable. That's like, hey, you're an alcoholic, but you want to feel like you're not an alcoholic when you buy Everclear.
I don't know, man. Buying anything that's General Lee...
I need to figure out... General Bourbon.
Now, guys.
Oh, there's an actual general named Bourbon. Oh no.
Oh no. Alright, guys. We gotta talk about the big elephant in the room. How's everyone here enjoying Helldivers 2?
I think it is probably gonna be the game of the year for everyone.
As someone who bought it this morning and has put 2.5 hours in, I think I might become addicted to this game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Sage, have you played it yet, or you're waiting to play it?
I've been waiting to play because, my scenario at the moment is I don't have any access to being able to play on my PlayStation or my computer without having issues. Like, I have issues right now just using Discord.
Yeah, I get
outrageous.
you.
But yeah, so I've been very limited on what games I've been able to do during the 2 weeks that I do work. I see every one of my friends playing it. They're all good. And I also see one that's like constantly sending messages on Discord just going, I haven't even touched the game.
Yeah,
but I've been stuck on the server for so long.
I was just telling Kota earlier, because it shows on Steam, like, my friends who've played it and, like, their hours. And I'm like, when did this game come out? Like, it wasn't too long ago. One of my friends already has... Oh, God, what did I say? It was something like the 90 hours, I think?
73 hours.
73. Way better memory than me. He has 73 hours in this game, and it came out like 2 weeks ago. And I'm pretty sure this dude's like, you know, like, our age should have, like, you know, is working and shit, but hey, maybe man just really is enjoying that Helldivers too.
He's holding down that fort, if you will.
The Fortnite, if you will.
So I've been wanting to play it. I just haven't been able to.
Yeah, well, don't worry, soon.
That whiskey was actually called the Colonel Lee Bourbon. And to tell you how bad it is in my state for 1.75 liters. It's $25.
Jesus, holy shit.
Yeah, so like that's because what, like a normal bottle is 750 milliliters, so you get a little bit more.
Yeah.
And
that's literally the tall bottle. Like, you know those bottles of Grey Goose that you see? Those are like that size bottle. Holy shit, if you're an alcoholic, there you go.
So it says the food pairing is smoked pork, salty snacks, and dried fruit, but it doesn't even give me like flavor notes. Product highlights: Kentucky, USA, specially selected grains and natural woody notes convey the smooth taste of bourbon country. Great taste for the price, perfect to be served with cola or ginger ale. Now let me tell you, it is not smooth. That shit burns. Yeah. I wonder if I can...
With dirt cheap whiskey like that, I would never want to drink that straight. I'd want to use that as purely just a mixer.
It's so... Dude, I'd like... It's bad. It's so fucking bad.
That's what... Because, you know, Kentucky's, like, right south here, and they're big on whiskey and bourbon. They've got the whole, like, bourbon trail shit. I'm just not a whiskey... Like, even though I'm not a whiskey person... I still want to, at some point, like, go down and, like, just visit a bunch of distilleries and shit, because there's just so many in Kentucky.
Apparently, I'm going through, the reviews on Total Wine and More, and it has a rating of 4.2, and everyone's like, oh yes, I love it, especially for the price. Yeah, 4.2 out of 5, that's... 94 people give it 5 stars, 74 people give it 4 stars, 3 stars to 15, 2 stars on 12, and 1 star to 3. And now, if possible, I would put it a -1 because I've never had such a drink to be that offensive.
Can you link me this? Because if I can find it here on the next episode, I will drink it.
You will drink it?
Yeah, I will drink it on the next episode.
I'm throwing it in general.
Alright. God.
I would like to see it.
You know, I know last week, we talked about, like, our favorite, like, liquors and stuff.
Now today's episode is our worst hated.
Worst. I think that's a good lead-in, is what is, like... I mean, I guess we kind of know what Kota's is, but, like... Because, well, it's easy for you, or it's different for you because you've tried so many whiskey. You can lift off a specific whiskey. But for the sake of this, is there, like, a type of liquor that you just fucking hate?
Trying to think of a type. If we want to lead this to you guys, I
have an immediate answer.
All right, go with it.
So, well, I'm not a fan of whiskey. I don't hate it. I just don't really want to drink it. What I will never drink is cognac, like Hennessy. absolutely disgusting, even mixed. I remember there was a time when I was in Tokyo with one of my buddies, and like we were messed up, man. We were taking a taxi to this other club, and we had like, because at the little 7-Elevens in Japan, they sell like, like those little bottles that are this big. I had one of vodka, and I was chasing it with like a Sprite, and I ran out. So we're in the back of this taxi, and I'm like, oh dude, I don't have anything to drink. He's like, dude, here, have a sip of this. And even though I was so messed up, I saw it was Hennessy, and I really went, oh, no, I'm good. I hate Hennessy. I think people who like it are lying to themselves. They are lying to themselves.
Well, to get a little controversial, if we want to look at what communities Hennessy sells to, a lot of people who come wanting Hennessy mostly buy it for the name brand.
Well, I mean, yeah. But I think I tried another cognac before and I didn't like it. But so I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
yeah, no.
It's just that's the easy one to name when it comes to.
Yeah, because like let's look at like these are the same like demographics, right? That are like we want to buy like Gucci. I almost said Shaquille O'Neal, but it's Chanel. There we go.
Chanel.
Like those big name brands that like are a ripoff.
Hey, I've got one Gucci product, and that's the only one I'll ever need. So
like what you're saying is it's kind of like the like Apple with that new headset that they released.
Yeah. The fucking I don't even know what the hell it's called.
The Vision or something. Apple Vision Pro.
Yeah.
Like I think it's so funny with that shit when people are like, oh, this is brand new technology. It's shit's like, the Microsoft HoloLens has been out for years. You can play Minecraft in a HoloLens.
Oh yeah, I one-up you. The Google Lens.
Oh yeah, the Oculus. I'm just kidding.
Are you saying the Google Lens as in like the glasses?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Discontinued like 3 months in.
Yeah, that one exactly. That was like the first.
I was looking forward to it. I'll be honest.
Dude, when I saw that those came out, I was thinking like, yo, I can wear those during class and watch YouTube videos.
Oh, I was like, I can Google everything at like while just sitting there.
Me taking like notes right here from my class. Me watching just the craziest fucking like midget gangbang porn right here.
So, are your eyes like this?
Yes, teacher. I understand.
Damn, that short person packing.
What are you, fucking, that one dude in the wheelchair? Oh god, that just sounds wrong if I say it like that. What's his name?
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking, yeah.
Epstein?
One side equations, the other side midgets.
Yeah. Well, wait. So what is your least favorite? Wait, did you have an answer for that though yet, Kota? For your least favorite type of liquor?
So it's not particularly a liquor, but it's the combination of liquor.
Fair enough.
I hate any food-related item that gets infused with Everclear. So like one of the most common things is taking a jar of Machano cherries and putting like a shot of Everclear, and the Everclear absorbs into the cherries, so you can get drunk off the cherries and still have something tasty. I think it's dog shit because if we want to get into like the cooking aspect, there's like whiskeys, wines, there's so much alcohol that you can add even more flavor to the food you're eating and still get tipsy. But when it's just Everclear, it's like, hey, do you want this cherry to have like a side note of fucking rubbing alcohol?
Oh, dude, fuck Everclear.
Like, I don't mind moonshine and Everclear if you just want to get shit-faced, but, like, when you start like, I guess, like, cinnamon moonshine is, like, the one that I'm okay with.
I really want to try, like, moonshine. I'm not talking about that Smoky Joe shit you get at the store. Like, I want to find, like, a person who is brewing moonshine and try it.
Allegedly, I had some.
Oh, sorry.
I had, like, 2 offers coming at once.
I allegedly
do
not have one, okay? Allegedly, I am innocent. I don't have one.
I might allegedly message you after this is after we're done recording.
Honestly, I gotta say, I have some really high, strong ones. Do you want jalapeno?
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
It's a pretty good one, I gotta admit. First, let's see. I got this contact from my dear old pops when that like first time I visited and whatnot. And I went over to his house one night, and I'm there. I got my beer and whatnot. I'm taking a sip, trying to play Stardew Valley, you know,
as we all do.
And my pops just like walks up to me and goes, "Hey, drink this," and he just has in his arms 7 jars, and just hands me one, and I'm just like, "What is this?" He goes, "Take a sip." He had a pineapple one. There was a strawberry. There was one strawberry one. There was a mango. There was the jalapeno one, as I was saying, and a bunch of other ones. But I gotta say, out of all of them, jalapeno one, the best.
Really?
It's got that little kick you need, and it went down so smooth. I was like, this is heaven. And yeah. No one in that household wants to drink that jalapeno moonshine. Huh?
Oh, you're dying for a second.
Whoa. So the jalapeno moonshine, no one wants to drink in that household. And they've had it for like 3 months, and in the 1 week I was there, it is now half a jar.
Now I don't know if I want to try. I mean, I want to try it, but I don't know, because like if you're the only one who likes it, that might just be a bad omen. If everyone else is like,
my pops can't handle spicy, and his family can't handle spicy. His family doesn't even eat seafood. You know how upsetting that was for me to find out?
Very upsetting.
I pulled up with the greatest meal of fish, and I go, here, and they just all go, sorry, we only eat chicken. They don't even eat beef.
Huh.
Why no beef?
So they don't eat beef and they don't eat seafood.
You know how they don't eat a lot of things, and it threw me off. I was like, there's people that actually don't eat anything. That's crazy. I thought they were a myth.
Sage?
Yeah?
What liquor do you hate? I feel like you drink anything.
I would drink anything. But the one liquor I have to say I dislike is a specific brand. I just hate it. Crown Royale.
Dude,
I don't care if I get any flack. That is the worst tasting drink I've ever gotten. I don't care. One of my coworkers gifted me for Christmas a green apple Crown Royale, and I was like, that's cool, that's great, thank you. I kept the shot glass. But the Crown Royale itself, I gave it away to my sister. I was like, I don't want a single sip of this thing.
Kota, what's your opinion on that, on Crown?
I feel like it depends on the Crown, because like I know a lot of people like the Crown Apple, but the issue I have with like some of those fun flavors like the Crown Peach and Apple and whatever fucking other flavor, they use like a syrup, which isn't bad, but it leads the viscosity of the whiskey to be syrup-like, and it kind of coats like your mouth and teeth, and I personally don't like that.
Yeah.
What have I done?
I feel like I'm not really a big Crown person. I feel like I guess it's not like dirt cheap whiskey, but I feel like it'd still be better as a mixer, especially with those fun flavors.
I think it's definitely one of those of, do you have a decanter on like in your house and you don't want to fill it up, because like the issue with like decanters is that there's still some gap in the decanter. So have you ever heard the phrase of like the angel takes some and the devil takes some in baskets? Okay, so essentially when you make whiskey, some of the whiskey gets evaporated from like in the air, which is the angel's take, and then the devil's take is when it gets absorbed into the wood. if I remember correctly, that decanters will lead to a little bit of it being taken from the angels again, and it can go flat and stale. And like by flat and stale, I mean like the flavors kind of get dulled out, and they're not as sharp as it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I think adding a medium price whiskey, like maybe a Jack Daniel's Crown Royale, maybe get something a little higher, maybe get like a whistle pig in there if you really wanted to, like from the like $40 to $80 range, I think is great for decanters. And if you drink a lot too, like the little bottles make great little decanter sets. But going back to my point, I think Crown Royal is a great little mid. Like, yeah, it's good for its price. It's not disgusting. But yeah, I think Sage is the first person I've met that doesn't like Crown Royal. I've known a lot of people who didn't like Crown Royal because they drank too much of it.
Yeah.
I just never liked it. Oh, but I have a question for both of you lads.
Oh, okay,
What is the greatest drink combination you've ever had?
God,
Mine's so simple.
I think we talked about this a little bit last week, but you go ahead, Kota.
So I got two because they're tied. It's just a normal iced tea, like black tea, with a little bit of lemon, and Bullet bourbon is really good. It's a strong drink. Or my absolute like all time that's just a little peg over is I don't drink soda anymore, so I have flavor packets of water when I'm bored of just plain water. And I got one at Walmart that's called like Wild Berry, and now Wild Berry just tastes like huckleberry. And so it's pretty much a huckleberry drink, but I add a little bit of Jägermeister, and it's such a delicious herbal cocktail. Because like I think the flavor packet's for like 12 ounces of water, and I drink like 20 ounces of water in my can. So I just fill up that watered down part with just fucking like an ounce of Jägermeister, and it's really good.
Nice. I think we talked about it maybe a little bit last week, and I think it may have just been like favorite like mixed drink or cocktail. I'm a big espresso martini person.
Mm-hmm.
But I really think I can't like name one off the top of my head, or I was like, oh yeah, that one time was just delicious. But I think pretty much anything that has a like chocolatey coffee taste to it, like any mixed drink, I love it. You guys know me, I drink so much fucking coffee. You know,
yeah.
I've got another new Dunkin' cup right here that was from today.
Another collection to the emits.
I threw the rest away. I'll let you know.
Oh,
but
never mind.
I like those. Or actually, you know, a really good one I had recently. I can't remember what was all in it, but it was like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like themed drink. And actually, let me look it up because now it's bothering me. But it was like really good.
Well, while you're doing that, I had a drink that was so good that I just refused to drink anything else at the place that I was at. And it absolutely destroyed me. I'm just saying. Yeah, it was bad. But what's it called? I had the worst hangover for like 2 days. No, whatnot. Actually carried over for part 2. I wasn't ready for that.
Oh, really?
But the drink I had was called Donkey Kong's Island, right?
Okay.
And it was amazing. Can I tell you the brands that were in there?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
I don't know.
I thought you were asking. I'm like, yeah, tell us, dude. Like,
all I know in that drink, there was not a single ounce of something in there that was not alcohol, and somehow it didn't taste like alcohol, which is the wildest part for me. It was vodka, gin, mezcal, rum, and tequila.
Okay.
That's all it was. It was all 5 of those mixed up, and then they handed it to me with a little pineapple slice on the kind of like how when you when you order a Blue Moon, you put that orange slice on your on the side of your cup. But it was a pineapple slice, and they handed it to me, and they're like, "All right."
God, I cannot. I was looking at the bar I got it at, and it just does not. It does not show. Like, it has a bunch of pictures of the drink I had, but just doesn't show. It was just like, I just know it was topped with Gushers.
Topped with Gushers.
It was topped with Gushers, and it was delicious. I think it was vodka based, but like, I cannot tell you anything. It was like a bright neon green, like paint your teeth green type of drink.
Good lord.
You know, I think it's. Have you ever had the Dos Hombres mezcal? Yeah, you have, from the makers of Breaking, or not makers, from fucking 2 guys from Breaking Bad.
Hmm.
Dude, it was alright.
Is it bad that I forgot the actors' names and I was about to say, yeah, Walter White and Jesse Pinkman? I'm like, shit, that's not their real names.
No, dude, I forgot for a second too. That's why I was like standing there, like stuttering for something, like, because, oh my god, it's Bryan Cranston and Aaron
Paul or something.
Is it? I think it's Aaron Paul.
Aaron Paul.
Ron Paul.
Yeah, it is Ron Paul. Aaron Paul.
Oh, best TV show ever, but anyway. I will say, another thing I like to add to the list of just alcohols I hate. I like tequila. It's my favorite thing to shoot. But I swear to God, dude, I fucking hate Jose Cuervo. It is like such bottom of the bin, like, tequila.
What? I'm looking at the place I went to. I want to make sure I get it right.
I'm trying to think of the blue bottle fucking tequila that I had that I was not a big fan.
Tequila.
It's tall, cylindrical, blue. I want to say it starts with an M.
Oh, okay. So for that Donkey Kong, so it was vodka, gin, rum, tequila, peach schnapps, and then it was a banana house Long Island, all mixed in there.
Damn, that sounds pretty strong. That sounds like a lot of liquors.
I drank 5 of those.
Deals, man.
And dude, they were $4. I was like,
oh, nice.
I'm taking it. It was an ungodly low price for how good that drink was.
Love cheap
alcohol. And then they had another drink that I was also drinking called Cusco's Poison. You know?
Uh-huh.
I had to order it, you know? And it had mezcal and just fruit juice. That's it. Pretty classic. It was a pretty classy drink, you know? Sorry, my bad. You can go ahead.
I found the tequila I don't like. It's in Spanish, so I'm going to butcher the fuck out of it. Milagro?
Milagro.
I think I know.
Milagro.
I 100% know what you're talking about.
Miracle tequila. Let me tell you, it did not give me any miracles in my mouth.
It did not taste like a miracle. Oh god.
It'd be a miracle if it tasted good. Like, I don't think it's the worst. I was unimpressed, and I was like,
Did they have the worm?
No.
Oh.
It's just a silver tequila.
No. Like some like tequilas have an actual worm in it.
Yeah, I know, but this is. I think that's only allowed in like not USDA regulated drinks.
Is it?
Because I don't think the USDA allows rotting fucking bugs in alcohol.
It's like, have you guys seen like the Habusaki from Japan? It's got the snake in it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about buying a bottle, or a jar, I should say, to bring over here. Dude, for one, they're expensive. The cheapest one I could find was like $120 over in Japan. And let me just say, not worth it. That shit tastes awful.
Hey, but it's a pretty cool bottle.
Like, it's cool. No,
yeah.
I'd love to have it on display. Like, one of my we were taking shots of it one time at this bar, even though I don't know why we did, because we all knew it was disgusting. We were just, like, messed up. And my one friend shoots it, right? Mind you, we're not really drunk yet, but, like, he immediately just starts, like, puking out of his hand and starts running running out of the bar. It's awful. Yeah. But it's cool to have on a shelf, because you got a fucking dead snake in a jar of liquor or alcohol.
What you do.
I don't even know, like, what a worm will even do in alcohol. I don't get it.
I don't know what, like, half this what it would add to it. Like, same with the snake. It's just fancy. The fanciest they could get was a worm.
I guess Mexico is really trying its hardest to be fancy.
Oh my god.
Out of, like, all the delicious food in Mexico, you want to put a worm in it.
Oh wow, thanks for the worm, guys. Can't get any of these in my front yard.
Yeah.
Wow, really useful.
Because I've had crickets and I've had scorpions. You know what they all taste like? It tastes like grass.
I don't know. Scorpions don't really have a flavor. They're just crunchy.
Yeah, they're just crunchy and they sometimes taste like grass.
But the worm...
real quick, sorry for the audio pop in. My mic came unplugged for 1 second to anyone who's actually listening to this. Continue!
Yeah.
So, about the worm thing, it's because some dude found out that the agave, like the actual, what they make for the drink of the spirits out there, it changes the flavor a bit. And they're like, it's not that bad. And they keep using it. And it suddenly became like something about like good fortune at some point later down the line. I'm not too sure when.
Yeah.
But it's apparently like, if I were to gift you a tequila bottle with a worm in it, I'm bringing good fortune to you.
It's never a worm.
It's a worm, yeah. I don't think,
huh?
I mean...
No, it's not a worm. It's a larvae of a moth.
Oh! That's worse!
Close enough.
It's called Gusano de Maguey? I'm sorry, I don't know Spanish. I should.
Send it to me? I'll try and see if I can read it.
Yeah.
That sounds disgusting. I'd rather take the worm. Never mind. I'm sorry for shitting on the worm earlier.
Yeah, I think we all... Because, I'm just biased.
You send it in my way. Okay, so I think it's because, I say worm, it's because, it's Gusano de Maguey. So, Maguey is the type of, I guess it's a species of moth, right? But, instead of saying larva, they say worm. But it's in Spanish, so that's why I'm just like, worm.
Yeah, but that's fair. Still, so bring back a worm.
Hey, man.
Today you can also find these unique Maguey worms in tacos, lollipops, and as a fried snack.
They're so good. They're like chocolate crickets.
I've had those fried bug snacks you can get. I had sour cream. I had sour cream and onion crickets, and they were fucking delicious. It's all you really taste, sour cream. Once you get past the looks, it's fine.
So according to findmeabrewery.com, you might find a worm in your bottle for a few different reasons. The most common one is a marketing ploy that began in the mid-1900s to encourage more people to try the drink. One story cites, it's in Spanish, Jacobo Lozano Paez as a entrepreneur with the idea to put these moth larvae into bottles of mezcal, thinking it could change the drink's flavor, but there's no real proof to this story. Well, others suggest that the added worms were purely a marketing ploy to entertain American drinkers and encourage more people to try the drink, so they too could see and try the worm. Some have also used the added worms to help mezcal stand apart from its more popular rival, tequila.
Oh.
The idea that mezcal is fancier tequila has caught on, particularly mezcal with a worm, but today does not indicate a higher quality drink. Most people specifically stay away from mezcal with a worm in it because the bottles tend to be lower quality and sold today purely for entertainment value.
That's the whole thing. Okay, so side note on that, just about mezcals and tequilas in general. I might have this flipped, but I'm pretty sure mezcals, right, are from any agave plant, while tequila is just blue agave, or is it switch? I don't know if one of you can correct me.
Looking into it.
Yeah, look it up, because like
I think so, yeah.
I used to have this like preconceived notion that mezcal was like a fancier tequila because it's from a specific plant. But if I'm right, and I found out it's not, it's from any agave plant, I'm like, how does that make it any more like fancy or special?
Yeah, no, you're right. Mezcal's any agave. Tequila is
just
distilled blue agave.
Yeah. So I think maybe that just ties into like that article you were just reading where it's like, it was meant to make it more fancy and stand out. Where it's like, if anything, it seems like it'd be cheaper than tequila because, again, like I said, any agave plant. Not that I'm a professional on agave plants. Maybe the blue is the most common. I don't know. All I know is I don't want a worm in my tequila, and I don't want Jose Cuervo. I will take Don Julio, though. That is my tequila of choice.
Julio is a pretty good one. Yeah. I will agree with you on that one.
In terms of like, because there's always these like liquors and stuff. You're like, oh, well, what about this bottle? And they list off some like $160 bottle. It's like, I'm not buying a $160 bottle of alcohol, man. Look, I'm trying to mix this shit with my Sprite.
I'll be honest, I always thought it was weird that people mix their drinks with like non-alcohol stuff or like and not just drink it like straight up. But that was just like kind of how, because I've only seen my family members whenever they do drink, they just drink it like straight from the bottle.
It's just like
stuff like that.
I've gotten a little bit more into drinking shit straight. I don't like whiskey, but I've done some like whiskey tasting specifically in Japan with Japanese whiskeys, and like the more expensive they are, they taste like a little better to like my palate, and I get it then. But like if you're just like straight up drinking I'm gonna take a Jack Daniel's fucking neat or on the rocks, like there's no fucking way, dude. That's disgusting.
Dude, I've literally spent like until last year where I had that my first mixed drink being that Donkey Kong's Island. I've normally just like if I grab like whiskey or whatnot, I'm just drinking it like straight up. Crazy. Like not even on the rocks. There is no ice. It is just glass.
Yeah, I have a
whoosh. That's it.
I have a bottle. Oh, sorry.
What's it called? Last year, because my mom was like, "Hey, you guys are all old enough. I can actually drink now because she's responsible, right?" Yeah. And she pulls out this fucking bottle of fucking tequila that she has just had stored away for fucking ever.
I was aged.
It's old and whatnot. And I just see her like start doing the whole like the classic salt and lime thing, and I was just confused because I've never seen anyone drink it with salt, doing the whole salt and lime.
Well, I mean, in terms of a shot, yeah, I like do the shot.
I didn't realize that was a thing until then when she was arguing with me about it, and she's like, "Yeah, you just fucking do that." And I'm like, "Oh, that changes everything."
Yeah,
I understand now.
I like how with like Mexican like beers or like tequila, it's like just throw a lime in it. Just do something with a lime. No, I'm not dissing it though. Like if I'm getting a Corona or preferably a Modelo, I want a lime with that shit. I was, in terms of just drinking like straight liquor though, I have been, because I have a bottle of Belvedere, which is like more expensive, nicer vodka. I've drinking that on the rocks, and it's been decent. We good, Sage? Is he dead?
I have no clue.
I'm gonna pause the recording.
I'm unpausing.
Okay. We totally weren't paused there for a second. Someone definitely didn't die. I just want to point that out to everyone who's watching and listening.
Wasn't me, as you can tell.
Yeah, it definitely was not Sage. No one blamed him. No one type in chat. Sage, this is like your fault. I can't watch this because of you. It definitely was not him.
It 100% was me. I will admit.
Oh man. You know what I need to do, boys?
What is that, my friend?
I need to go get a beard. Like, I need to just pay for a barber, like a nice barber, to get my hair and beard trimmed. Because it's just been growing since, I've been a free man from the military.
You look like...
Homeless?
No, not homeless. Look to your left.
That's my right.
Yeah, your beard, 100%.
Yeah.
What's his quote? Abraham Lincoln.
Fourscore, yeah.
Fourscore 100 years ago.
I want to grow it long. I want to grow a long beard like Kota.
Kota does have a marvelously long
he does
beard.
have a marvelously long beard.
I will admit.
None of you here are allowed to see it, but just take our word for it. Beautiful beard. Like, you just want to kind of give him a kiss on the cheek.
Bushy. Unless you shaved it without letting us know. Did you?
No, I ended up trimming it down a bit. Okay, so what ended up happening is, okay, so like when I was like a young kid, like starting freshman year, I was already growing a beard. That's how much facial hair I get. But my parents used to call me the goat. Not as great as of all time, but like a billy goat, because I will have on both sides of my chin, underneath the corners of my mouth, would be where all the fur grows out, and it forks. Yeah, and it forks.
Fur?
So like that, fur? What?
Fur
He said fur. He said fur grows out.
The hair. My bad. Sorry.
What are you?
Or no, like goats.
Did the joke not register in your head?
No, dude. I was so fucking focused on describing. Oh. But anyway, it like if you look at like a goat, fucking they have like the forked like little goatees that they get. Mm-hmm. Mine did the same thing, and so that kept growing, but the sides of my facial hair are shorter than like the forks. So my forks went past my nipples, but my cheek, like that beard hair, is now at my shoulders, and I'm like, this looks weird. So I trimmed the forks down to match with the rest, and I'm going to keep that going, because my ideal beard is to look like the mountain men that have never shaved in like the 87 years they lived. They just came out.
Not trim it.
Yeah, no, but like I also need to trim to get rid of any of the split ends, because that causes a lot of beard tangle and bad hair growth. So there's a lot of care into having a very long beard.
You see, I don't think I'll ever have a big beard. Not because I don't want it. I just don't think I don't think I rolled good on my genetics card when I like rolled my dice. And I'm not gonna have a beard. Like maybe at most I can have a goatee. And but
not everyone can be perfect, man. It's okay.
At least I have a mustache. That's all that matters to me, you know?
Yeah.
I can look like the fucking Tapatio like fucking bottles, and that's all that matters to me.
I do want to shit on Trey for a little bit. He does look like a third generation cousin of Abe Lincoln.
Oh! Like I said, I want it. So when I want it, like I said, I want to get just trimmed to look nice. But my goal is to I want to grow it out and stay with my hair, because I've never had my hair long, so I want to grow my hair like long. I just like it's all like especially like back here, it's all just such a mess. I need to go get it trimmed. It's just like finding the right place. I think I found this. I was looking at this one place called like Hammer and Nails, Dude, they want like for just a beard trim, it's like this like premium place, right? For beard trim, they want like $60, and then a hair trim, like another $80. I'm like, fuck off.
Why it's 60?
So
because they're going to comb in your hair, essentially?
Yeah, there better be something going on, you know, with their other hand when they're not, the hand they're not cutting with.
I think the reason why they price beard, like, trimming and shit like that, higher up is because, technically speaking, like, I know no one likes to talk about it, but your beard is the same type of hair you have growing down there.
Oh yeah, it's the same hair.
So everyone looks at it and goes, "Oh, he's a curly guy."
Yo, fun fact for everyone, if you didn't already know, if you want to know what the color of someone's pubes are, look at their eyebrows.
Jokes on you, that's why I don't have eyebrows. Wait, does that explain why there's a lot of women that just, like, shave off their eyebrows?
I don't know if that's the exact reason why they do it. I don't know how common information that is, but...
They shave off their eyebrows because of two things. Either their eyebrows just don't grow full enough to get a good color, or they shave it off because it's easier to draw on eyebrows.
Yeah, I had
full makeup.
I had a conversation with that with some female friends I have. I don't know why I have to say it like that.
Dude, no, I hate, and we all have a mutual friend, right? A mutual high school friend who did this. Shave off their eyebrows, but then some days would not draw them in at all.
Oh, you're talking about Voldemort right now.
Dude,
yeah,
like, look, if you're gonna shave off your eyebrows, right? At least draw them on every day. Come on, put in a little bit of effort. Like, just look.
They wanna look like an advanced version of Mr. Clean.
Granted, I think maybe some days it was out of depression they weren't drawn on, but still.
Oh yeah, I mean it's high school. Everyone's depressed.
Yeah, fair enough.
Some of us just hide it better. Some of us don't.
So, you know, I will say, I've been growing this out since September. I went from 0 to this in about 5 months now. So I think 5 months of growth, this is pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's way better.
Yeah. My issue is, like, I wish my mustache part was, like, darker. Like this camera, I don't even know if it even picks up, like, that there is hair right here. It's just very blonde.
Yeah. I struggle in growing an actual full mustache.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like that awkward mid-stage of, I'm past, pencil mustache, but not in that nice, thick, full, like, mustache everyone likes.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, I'm at least in the mustache category there. It's just that it's way harder to see because you'll look at it and go, "Oh, that's pencil." But if you ever get like really close to me, you realize, "Oh, that's because half of my facial hair isn't even black. The other half is just blonde.
Yeah.
So you can't even see it." And it's just like a weird mix. And when everything's like trimmed and like cut down and short and whatnot, that's when you can see the blonde strands because they like pop out a lot more than what they do now.
You know, guys, I think we're having a lot of hair problems here. I think all three of us need to cut every piece of hair off our bodies.
That'd be a good segue for any fucking like
Manscaped.
Yeah,
this is sponsored by Manscaped. This is sponsored by Manscaped.
There goes my eyebrows.
I will say, real quick, that this podcast is sponsored by the Automaton. It's not, but that'd be a crazy sponsorship, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we should be careful. I don't know what the legal repercussions of saying we're sponsored by something, but not being sponsored.
It's like, you guys know that clip in Ninja where he's like, "Do not send me pictures of your penis," or whatever he said. Do not.
You mean Tyler Ninja Blevins?
Oh, you shut your mouth when I'm talking to you. Dude, some of those ninja clips. Dude, that dude's a fucking meme.
What is he doing now?
I think he's just still streaming Fortnite.
I know he took a break for a bit because man, he really got fucking like fucked up.
Fucked up.
Like he
Like
was
her,
like
or?
definitely no, not like fucked up like oh he got in a car crash. No.
Oh, okay.
He was just like fucked up like emotionally and like mentally and whatnot. I can understand that.
You know, the whole this realm of content creation is crazy, right? Because you guys know Frost Prime or Frost? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Warframe?
No, it's this
The Rainbow
dude.
Six Siege operator Frost.
He's a YouTuber and like a streamer, right? So he'd been streaming like for a good amount of time. Like I think it's probably like 2 years, like pretty much consistently. He took like a week, 10-day break or something and came back to streaming. And it's been like 2 weeks, and he's like, I've only been getting like under half the viewership I was getting when I was streaming before. It is like it's one of those things where it's like it's an easy job because I mean at the end of the day you're playing games kind of bullshitting. But it's difficult because that you need to stay relevant.
Yeah.
Like, the dude basically worked 2 straight years, took a very small break, and now he's got half his viewership.
That's crazy. That's a big drop.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully, people just come back, but...
I wonder how much of it is because people stop being interested, and how much is it because the YouTube algorithm doesn't like the content breaks.
Could be the algorithm.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what he's streaming on, but I mean like I'm pretty sure he uploads like YouTube highlights, so at least the algorithm can like screw him up there. Where it'd be like, okay, you haven't uploaded in a while, like we're just not gonna promote your thing unless you pay us. You know you can pay.
Yeah.
Do you guys know you can pay for promotion on YouTube? Like
Yeah.
not even like I always back in the day they had like the third party stuff where you could pay for like viewership and shit. You can actually pay YouTube directly now to promote your video to a certain amount of viewers that you want.
Huh.
I think it's stinky.
Yeah,
That is sneaky.
it is very stinky. It's like
Like let
It's
them
one of-
plot
it's
to
one
you
of-
naturally,
it
man.
legitimizes-
It shows you if you have talent or not.
it legitimizes those websites now that have always been like, oh hey, we'll send viewership and likes to your video. It legitimizes those websites because if YouTube's doing it, then it's being told like, okay, this is like
Okay.
good. This is okay. This is how you're gonna grow. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, if I had the money, right, I drop $500 to get $500. Your video is gonna go viral, basically. Maybe not viral, but I think I looked at it right, and I think $500 will get you like 75,000 views, 100K views. No one quote me. You'd have to look at YouTube directly, but it was something. It was something in those like high 5 to 6 digit like views for $500.
That's absurd.
But I mean, it's just saying that like if you have enough money, you can get a viral video, or you can be relevant with enough money. Which
See,
I
all my
guess
viewers
that's
now, all my videos just skyrocket after
yeah.
this.
Huh, that's weird. Right after I mentioned it, he's got a lot of views on his videos. Huh.
All of a
Can
sudden,
we
I'm
research that? Yeah.
Thinking about that has made me realize of how much I miss like old YouTube, where like
Oh, dude.
you found content that was just by like anyone, and it can be enjoyed by any like you remember when like the like common number for YouTube videos was 302?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's when so in early YouTube.
That's like what the viewership would stop at 302 because it just couldn't like keep up, right?
No, so
Or,
the
right?
reason
Or
why
I think it's something else.
the reason why it stopped at 302 is because YouTube will pause the views and will look at it of, is this just a family home video that we want to keep just like a family home video? Or is this something funny and entertaining that we actually want multiple people to see?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like, they probably got rid of it because it's a weird way to do it, and it probably costs a lot of money and man hours to do that. But it was really cool to find like a video someone made under 302 views, and you're sitting there like, oh, this is not like a machinima produced video.
I just want to say real quick, if you see me texting to anyone watching, you guys, it's not because I'm not interested in this, it's because I'm getting Taco Bell and I need to give her my order. Anyway, continue. Oh, dude. We could talk for I could go on. I think most of us here go on for a long time about old YouTube. I just want to say one more thing on like the paying like for viewership through YouTube. That shit's predatory to newer creators. I mean, I guess I'm a newer creator. We are, but like, especially like younger, newer creators, right? Where you're probably gonna have kids like mom, dad, can I get like $10, $15 because I want to get 200 views on my video? It's predatory as shit. It's like gambling. It's kind of like gambling. Like, yeah, you're guaranteed those views, but are you guaranteed the viewership afterwards? I mean, I guess that just depends on the quality of the video, then, I guess, right? But still, like, it's predatory, is what it is.
I'm gonna sound like a boomer real quick, but you know how like the recent like trend that like newer generations need instant gratification than long-term gratification? Mm-hmm. I feel like especially when you have YouTubers who are like, I won't even say young kids. What's like the age? Isn't it like 14 when you can start uploading and having a normal account? But even then, or maybe they have it at 18, I don't know the full rules, but I can imagine a young kid lying, saying that they're 18, and then they produce like 3 videos, and they barely break like 20 views, and then they're depressed, and they're like, I don't like this, and then they see the part that's like, well, if you like throw $20, that's 200 viewers right there, however much you have to pay. And so I could see that being really aggressive marketing for young people who want to get their word out.
You know where YouTube got it from, right? TikTok. You can do it on TikTok.
I don't use TikTok.
All right, well, I'm somewhat use it.
Everywhere.
Look, I use it because I have funny video ideas. I need somewhere to post them. But in all seriousness, though, because like I will constantly get messages from TikTok being like, "Hey, want 20% off a promotion coupon?" And their shit's even scummier. You pay a lot of money for like not a lot of viewership.
Yeah, when I started uploading those like little shorts and whatnot on TikTok out of nowhere, I just started getting those suckhead. What is it? What's it called? The promotion assistant or some shit?
Yeah. Like it can be beneficial. I mean, it can be beneficial, right?
I personally think
it's just stuff that's predatory.
Yeah, I just personally think you should just leave it to luck. If luck grants that your content is good, then it's good.
Leave it to luck. If you are really confident in a project you made or a video you made, maybe do it for one video, right? Because you're like, okay, I put a lot of work and effort into this. I just need to get it through that threshold that is artificially created by like YouTube and TikTok. But like, if you're doing that for like every single thing you put out, like you are just feeding into this like vicious system.
Because like, what's it called? I personally think it.
Yeah. Well,
like you're just posting your stuff.
What was that?
It's like you're originally a lot of people are just starting out just like they just want to post it because they think it's like, hey, I did this, I think it was good, I want to share it. But like if you're posting and you're putting in money so you can get higher views or whatnot, just so you can make money, because that's what like it tends to just be about.
Yeah.
Like that's like
the money.
Like you're not breaking a couple eggs to get a good batch. Yeah. No, you're just chucking it all on the ground.
The money's nice, but like just the experience of making content you like, that's like the best gratification you can get from it.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of content, next week or whatnot, I won't be located in this small room.
Yeah, everyone be ready for that.
We'll have a change of area, and my entire room will be bright light blue. But what's it called? I was gonna say I'll actually have good internet connection, so I won't be cutting out. So like, that game that we talked about earlier in the stream, in the podcast, we can totally play it now.
I think we're cooking up a Helldivers 2 video. But speaking of change of scenery, changing the topic, Kota,
Yeah.
Let's go to your gun corner. What gun do you want to talk about this week? What gun? Inform me. I know nothing about guns. Tell me about a cool gun.
So we are actually gonna change the gun corner just slightly.
Oh.
This is not a cool gun, but and I quote from Gun Jesus, Ian McCullen.
Shout out.
A garbage gun that ruined a good company.
Okay.
This could be anything.
So USFA was a gun company that produced replica single-action army revolvers, and a lot of people it's a controversial take, but a lot of people say that they probably produced not the one, but the best, or not one of, but the best replica for a single action that is worth the price and great quality. Okay. So for some reason, Douglas Donnelly, which is the designer,
that's a name.
I think he's also the owner or the CEO of that company, and he's like, I have a beautiful gun idea. Let's make a gun that you're at high risk of shooting your hand and has no potential, real reason to ever use it. And it was called the Zip 22. Now, I'm going to post it in general, but I'm going to explain to audio listeners. Essentially, this gun...
What is this? This looks like the back of a P90.
Yeah, what? So this is a palm-fired 22. The butt of it essentially goes into where your thumb palm, that meaty section, and then you take your middle finger and ring finger and hold it underneath the barrel while your index finger goes on the trigger. Now this is a gas blowback 22, and if you look behind the trigger is a fucking bullpup styled 5 or 10 round mag capacity. I can't remember what the mag capacity.
I just saw one with a fucking stock and scope on it on Google Images.
Yeah, so it has Picatinny rails. So the original design was to have it underslug like the Mastery Key shotguns under AR platforms, but a 22 round for some fucking reason. And they had a suppressed prototype and a carbine prototype so you can turn it into a rifle. But then at that point, why not just make a rifle? Yeah. It's an odd design. And describing more of the gun, if you notice that there is 2 protruding barrels. So there's the normal barrel that comes back, and then there is a rod that sticks out past the barrel, and that's how you cycle the action to put a round in the chamber. Well, what's scary about it is that rod protrudes further than the barrel, and if you have any form of meaty fingers, you're at risk of negligent discharge the firearm and taking off your finger.
That is so... Wow, that is interesting.
Yeah, so it was produced for $200 was the MSRP during 2013 and sold through 2014. I couldn't get any of the production numbers. But it's a straight blowback. It's a vertical feed system. It uses a notch and blade, which is alright sights. But they added a lower Picatinny rail so you can put a lights or a laser system on it, which I don't get because you can barely hold the fucker. And your pinky will be in the way of that rail system. And then you can add a sight to the top of it, but really it's a gun that fits in your palm and it's really awkward and gross. And yeah.
I don't want to take away from this gun. But besides, it looks absolutely like the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
It reminds me a lot of the Lepete Protector from that fucking gun. Have you ever seen that one?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Le Petit Protector.
Are you talking about the mini fucking pistol that's in like Battlefield 1?
What?
No, that's the Calibri.
Oh,
No,
that
Le
is what
Petit
that's called.
Protector. It is a small gun that was mostly popular with certain like mafia like members and whatnot. It's like a little ring that you have, and it's kind of like a little revolver, but it goes on your hand as a ring and whatnot. And it was known to absolutely no more finger.
No
Yeah,
finger.
so it's not a revolver, it's actually a pepper box, which it's like, so you know, like a revolver cylinder, it's essentially that, but it doesn't turn.
Yeah.
Or no, because like the original pepper box was like a revolver cylinder that you fire, and then after you fire, you rotate the entire gun, and then it had like 8 shots. This is essentially, from what I'm looking at, the same thing, but on a little tiny ring.
Yeah, so you go, take this, gah, gah.
Yeah, but this is like in the realm of, I want to say, I don't have the date, but this looks like something that, yeah, this is like when we were getting funky with like guns. This was produced. This was produced in 2013. You know what came out in 2013? Captain Sparkle's Minecraft music videos.
Dude.
So like,
speaking of classic good YouTube. Anyway,
you would have had Captain Sparkles singing "Take Back the Night."
Oh, good song.
With that rifle that you're talking about that fits in your hand like this.
Yeah, the Zip 22.
There goes my thumb.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah, so it uses a Ruger 1022 removable magazines, 10 rounds. And by the way, all of it's made out of polymer, so it's all plastic. The people who fired this, they've all said that like it feels awful, it feels cheap, it has like a really bad trigger. Overall, a lot of people said it feels like the gun is more meant to hurt the user than to hurt, whoever's on the other side of the barrel. And this led this company to go into bankruptcy, and it shut down in 2017.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, I said that was a good gun for the week. I like that one.
Sometimes it really does take one mistake to ruin everything.
Yeah.
But like the worst part is, this is not one mistake, because you had a design, and then you gotta do a prototype, and then once you pass the prototype stage, you have early production stage, which is understanding the cost and logistics of making this. And before you even go into that stage, I think in between is the marketing stage of like, who realistically is gonna buy this?
Yeah. It was a big oopsie whoopsie.
Yeah, it was just like mistake after mistake after mistake, when all they should have done is like maybe produced, like, because like if it killed the company, it had to be a really bad PR stunt, and everyone laughed at the company and didn't want to buy their quality, because it, like Caltech, alright, Caltech makes a lot of funky, fun guns, right? Not necessarily good guns, but funky. But that kind of, I wouldn't say tarnish their reputation, but they have the reputation of, they make funky guns that are mid-quality. So not a lot of people go to Caltech for like high-quality shit.
Yeah. Well, I don't go to any of them, personally, yet.
Yeah.
But, well, Kota, I think you have brought us to the end of this week's episode. So, do you guys have any parting messages for the week? Anything you'd like to let everyone know about yourself? All right.
I'm trying to think of something that wasn't my first thought of. I'm gonna come.
I'm gonna come. That's how we'll end this week's episode, with saying, look, sometimes you gotta come.
Yeah.
No, but honestly,
I think my message will be, sometimes it is just an oopsie whoopsie. I did a poopsie type of moment.
Oh, been there.
And I can And if you struggle with that idea of trying to figure that out, just ask your parents, hey, what did I do?
You know,
Oopsie whoopsie.
I think I have some Kota advice for the end of the podcast.
Let's hear it. Let's hear the Kota
My advice is get some of that post-nut clarity before you design a gun and sell it to the market.
You know, that is a very universal thing, and I think everyone will listen to that advice.
Post-nut clarity is what everyone needs to do before they make choices. What's this? There's two people arguing about to declare war to each other over
Post-nut clarity.
something in the playground. Post-nut clarity. Now they're good buddies, and they forgot what they were arguing about.
Sometimes we just all need to go into the work bathroom and bust a load on the toilet seat and leave it for the next guy.
Well, guys, until we see you guys for the next episode, get some post-nut clarity, and thank you so much for watching.